So, we've brought people, or people are here, maybe from the iTunes. They maybe have not been to Own the Narrative. We need to talk a little bit about our, I don't know, what do you say? Parent
We
company? I
got
don't
new
know how you
stuff.
say it.
We got lots of new candy. Did you see all that candy? It's quite dandy. It's yeah, we got a ton of new stuff because we got a new chat, which is amazing, and more stuff in the works, which I don't know if I can talk about quite yet, but it'll be amazing, and you'll know it when you see it, because you'll see it. And then we also have that library, so you can go and listen to everything. It's like the Wayback Machine without having to look for a Wayback Machine. It's because it goes way back. It's kind of scary listening to old conversations. It's funny. It's like, oh, we used to talk on there. And what other stuff is new?
I just got to say, the chat needs underlining because the chat does so many amazing things. You can share images. You can actually block people or ignore people or, allow certain people to talk to you. If somebody's getting on your nerves, you don't want to start a thing. You just ignore them. It's no big deal. But there's also the opportunity to change your nickname. They have so many features. It's worth just coming to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we're
smiley faces, and you can bold stuff and italicize stuff, and it's all fun. And now we're still, instead of having just the nonchalant conversations about food, since we have some significant foodies here, I think we're going to need a food porn night. Because that's starting to, with the chat, you'll have to come into the chat and talk with us and hang out and see all the great pictures that some of our people make for a living. It's insane.
I can't wait till we get a show on food. And I'll tell you, I would like it to be called in some form or fashion the Food Porn Show. I think
it's awesome. I agree. And we've been talking about that for months, too, because our Dirt, who's in the chat once in a while, has like he does a bunch of organic stuff out in Hawaii because it's Hawaii where he lives, and it's crazy cool.
Well, and Sarge 87 used to be a chef.
Yeah, he does it for a living. He's like catering now, isn't he? I think.
Used to be a caterer.
Used to be. I thought he said he was doing it again, but whatever.
Oh, he might be.
I don't remember. Anyway, he does crazy stuff too, and he started this. He's like, "Oh, we can share these pictures," and I was like, "Oh." They just went to a whole new level with this new chat.
Yeah, and then there's New Jersey Libertarian who has like insane knowledge of food.
He does, and I don't know why he's not doing that with his life.
Well, but what he is doing, though, he's rather busy. Not only is he, pretty much 7 days a week on the Narrative, broadcasting in one form or another, but he also has a new show we need to talk about.
Oh, yeah. He gets to geek out and hang out with friends and talk about games and comics and technologies, and it's called Pwn the Narrative, which I when he came up with the idea of doing this, when he had to do his Guild Wars 2 beta, and said, well, I gotta start next week because I'm gonna be doing this. I was like, oh, he could have streamed that. No, he wouldn't, but I was thinking, well, what the hell would you call it? Because I'm not creative with words and such, but then, like, when I saw that, I'm like, genius. That's so perfect.
Well, and it's funny. I've listened to it. I am not a geek. I am close as I could be classified as a wannabe in some manner, but it's an entertaining show. It's not just where you have to know the language and sort of work your way around. Yeah, there's references I don't get, but it's still darn funny. So
it's a lot of fun, and it's like reminiscent of high school for me because everyone was a nerd or a geek in some form, and I always hung out with the guys, so being the token estrogen is nothing new. But it's great because I absolutely love talking about comics and video games and all this. I mean, I haven't actually played video games since I was a kid, but there's stuff that I really want to. I just don't own a console. or a computer that works well enough.
It's funny that you said that. I actually joined computer club in high school without having a computer. I guess you can figure out why. I wanted to hang with the guys.
Yeah. See, I'm like that all the time. I've always been like that. It's just such a natural thing for me personally, the nerdy stuff, because I've always been like, well, I really like this, and this, and this. I mean, I'm not necessarily all technical, but the cultural aspect of it, I really bring it full circle with certain other things I like. It's kind of like Dragon Con. It's a ginormous sci-fi thing, but with very gothic undertones. So it's like, I love this and I hate that, but I don't care because that dude's hot.